Another isekai list? Haven't we seen enough people get hit by trucks and reincarnated as vending machines? And you know what? You're not wrong. But that's the beauty of isekai, my friends. It's a genre ripe with possibilities, a chance to explore fantastical worlds, overpowered protagonists, and questionable life choices all in one delicious package. Today, we're diving headfirst into the isekai rabbit hole to unearth 10 absolute gems that deserve a spot on your watch list. Whether you're a seasoned veteran who can tell their Rimuru Tempest from their Ain's Ul gown, or a bright-eyed newbie eager to take your first steps into this wonderful world of wish fulfillment, I guarantee there's something here for everyone. So grab your trusty stat sheet, polish your legendary sword, and prepare to be transported to another world, because things are about to get wild. Kicking off our epic journey is a show that takes the trapped-in-a-game trope and injects it with a healthy dose of political intrigue and social commentary. Let's talk about... Now, I know what you're thinking, another Sword Art Online clone? But hold your horses, my friend. This ain't your typical clear the dungeon, save the princess kind of story. Digs deep into the societal and economic implications of thousands of players suddenly finding themselves stuck in their favorite MMORPG, Elder Tale. Imagine a world where your in-game skills determine your social standing, where forging alliances is as crucial as slaying monsters, and where the fate of this digital world rests on the shoulders of a socially awkward strategist named Shiro. See, Shiro is our protagonist, and he's not your typical overpowered isekai hero. No, this guy's a mastermind, a strategist who'd rather outsmart his opponents than overpower them. He's like the Shikamaru of the isekai world, always 10 steps ahead, playing 4-dimensional chess while everyone else is struggling with checkers. And let's not forget the incredible world building, doesn't shy away from the complexities of its premise. We see the formation of guilds, the struggles of adapting to a new reality, and the ethical dilemmas that arise when the lines between game and reality blur. It's thought-provoking stuff, and it's what elevates above your average isekai romp. But don't let the serious themes fool you. There's plenty of action, adventure, and even a dash of romance sprinkled throughout. Strikes that perfect balance between thought-provoking narrative and exciting action, making it a must-watch for anyone looking for an isekai with a bit more substance. So, if you're tired of the same old isekai tropes and crave a show that challenges your expectations, give a shot. You might just find yourself pleasantly surprised. Next up, we've got a show that takes the classic hero's journey and flips it on its head. Get ready for the betrayal, the despair, and the ultimate rise to glory. Naofumi Iwatani is thrown into the deepest pits of despair before clawing his way back to the top. Summoned to another world, falsely accused, and left with nothing but a shield. That's Naofumi's reality, and it ain't pretty. But he overcomes these challenges, choosing to rise above bitterness and rage. He learns to trust again and forms unlikely bonds. The fight scenes are brutal, and Naofumi's shield fighting style is refreshing. It's a story about perseverance and rising above adversity. The relationship with Raftalia showcases the power of trust and companionship. For an isekai with an underdog story, look no further. Trust me, this one's a wild ride from beginning to end. Buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get dark. And by dark, I mean emotionally scarring and downright brutal. We're talking about ReZero. This ain't your typical happy-go-lucky isekai adventure. Imagine dying over and over again, each death more gruesome than the last. That's the curse our protagonist, Subaru Natsuki, possesses. He's your average high school student in a fantasy world, but with a hefty price tag. Every time he dies, he relives the events leading up to his demise. It's a brutal cycle, taking a toll on Subaru's sanity. Amidst the despair, ReZero explores resilience and human connection. The characters are both endearing and complex. From Emilia to Rem, each character adds depth to the narrative. But be warned, ReZero is not for the faint of heart. It will challenge you emotionally and keep you guessing. But that's what makes it so damn good. If you're looking for an isekai that delves into the darkest corners of the human psyche, ReZero is for you. Just don't blame me for the nightmares. Chapter 4. No game, no life. All the world's a game, literally. Dive into a world where everything's a game, and winning is the only option. Get ready for mind-bending strategies and sibling rivalry. This anime is a visual treat, bursting with vibrant colors and stunning animation. Beneath the flashy exterior lies a clever and entertaining story. Follow Sora and Shiro, undefeated gamer prodigies. They're the gods of gaming, outsmarting anyone who challenges them. Summoned to Disboard, a world where all conflicts are resolved through games. High-stakes games with complex rules and mind-blowing strategies. Sora and Shiro are here to conquer it all. The ingenuity of the games is captivating. Each challenge requires thinking outside the box and outmaneuvering opponents. Beyond the games, it explores themes of humanity and reality. The dynamic between Sora and Shiro is pure gold. Their sibling rivalry and trust make them an entertaining duo. If you want an isekai that's intellectually stimulating and visually stunning, this is for you. Be prepared to have your mind blown. Chapter 5. Sword Art Online. Trapped in a world of swords and sorcery. Next up, we're diving into the anime that arguably put isekai on the map. Love it or hate it, there's no denying the impact of Sword Art Online. This anime took the world by storm, introducing millions to the concept of being trapped in a video game world. Now, I know it has its fair share of critics, and we'll address those later. But for now, let's focus on what makes this anime so captivating. The premise is undeniably intriguing. Imagine strapping on a virtual reality headset, only to find yourself trapped in a vast and immersive fantasy world. That's the terrifying reality that faces Kirito and thousands of other players. The stakes are incredibly high, as death in the game means death in real life. This sense of danger creates a level of tension and suspense that's hard to replicate. And let's not forget the world itself. Aincrad, the floating castle, is a visual masterpiece filled with breathtaking landscapes and formidable foes. It's a world ripe for exploration, and the anime does a fantastic job of immersing viewers in this digital realm. Of course, no discussion of Sword Art Online would be complete without mentioning Kirito, the Black Swordsman himself. Yes, he's got his flaws, but there's a certain charm to his character. And let's not forget the romance, because the anime knows how to tug at those heartstrings. The relationship between Kirito and Asuna is a highlight of the series, showcasing the power of love and companionship. Chapter 6. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. A Slime's Guide to World Domination. Get ready to embrace your inner slime, because our next entry on the list is a heartwarming, hilarious, and surprisingly thought-provoking adventure. That's right, we're talking about. Now I know what you're thinking. A slime. Seriously? But trust me on this one. This anime takes the most unassuming of creatures and turns it into an overpowered, charismatic, and surprisingly relatable protagonist. Meet Rimuru Tempest, formerly known as Satoru Mikami, your average salaryman who dies and gets reincarnated as a slime in a fantasy world. But this is no ordinary slime. Rimuru possesses incredible abilities, including the power to absorb the skills and appearance of those he consumes. What follows is a delightful blend of action, adventure, and world building as Rimuru sets out to create a nation for monsters, by monsters. He befriends goblins, tames direwolves, and even negotiates treaties with powerful entities, all while maintaining his slime-tastic charm. But it's more than just a power fantasy. It's a story about building bridges, fostering understanding, and creating a world where everyone, regardless of their species, can coexist peacefully. And let's not forget the humor, because this anime is hilarious. Rimuru's deadpan delivery, his interactions with his quirky companions, and the sheer absurdity of some situations will have you laughing out loud. But beneath the humor lies a surprisingly insightful commentary on social structures, leadership, and the importance of empathy. So if you're looking for an isekai that's equal parts heartwarming and hilarious with a protagonist you can't help but root for, then is the anime for you. Just be prepared to add slime to your list of favorite fantasy creatures. Alright, time to switch gears and delve into the world of morally ambiguous protagonists, skeletal overlords, and world domination. That's right, we're talking about. This anime takes the trapped in a game trope and flips it on its head by making the protagonist the most powerful being in the new world. Meet Ainz Oelgaun, formerly known as Momonga, a dedicated guild leader who finds himself transported to a fantasy world as his skeletal avatar from the MMORPG Yggdrasil. But this is no ordinary game anymore. Ainz is stuck in this new world, surrounded by NPCs who are now sentient beings with their own hopes, dreams, and unwavering loyalty to their beloved supreme being. What follows is a fascinating exploration of power, morality, and the challenges of ruling a nation when you're essentially a god among mortals. Ainz, despite his fearsome appearance and immense power, is not inherently evil. He's a complex character, driven by a desire to protect his loyal followers and unravel the mysteries of this new world. But his methods are often ruthless, his actions guided by a cold, calculating logic that can be both terrifying and awe-inspiring. Doesn't shy away from the darker aspects of power, showcasing the consequences of absolute authority and the fine line between benevolence and tyranny. But it's not all doom and gloom. The anime is also filled with epic battles, strategic maneuvering, and moments of genuine humor, often stemming from Ainz's social awkwardness and the misunderstandings that arise from his interactions with the inhabitants of this new world. So if you're looking for an isekai with a unique perspective, a protagonist who's both terrifying and oddly endearing, and a world ripe with political intrigue and epic battles, then is the anime for you. Just don't expect a typical hero's journey. Get ready for a wild ride filled with explosions, useless goddesses, and a whole lot of laughter. We're talking about a hilarious parody of isekai tropes, injecting absurdity and slapstick humor. Meet Kazuma Satu, a shut-in gamer who dies embarrassingly and is reincarnated into a fantasy world. Instead of a powerful class, Kazuma takes the goddess Aqua, thinking she'll be an asset. Oh, how wrong he was. Aqua is useless, more interested in partying and causing trouble. They're joined by Megumin, an explosion-obsessed mage, and Darkness, a masochistic crusader. What follows is a series of misadventures and hilarious situations. It's a masterclass in comedic timing. The characters are wonderfully flawed and relatable. Beneath the humor lies a surprising amount of heart. It's a celebration of friendship and finding humor in absurdity. If you want an isekai that makes you laugh out loud, then is the anime for you. Just be prepared to question the sanity of everyone involved. Get ready for a hilarious clash of worlds with a reverse isekai anime. We're talking about this anime flips the script by bringing fantasy to the real world. Imagine Satan himself ending up in modern-day Tokyo. Sadao Mao, the demon lord, is stripped of his powers and must blend in. He takes on a job at McDonald's to survive. It's a hilarious and heartwarming story about adapting to new environments. Emilia Justina, a hero, is determined to finish him off. She works part-time at a call center, constantly butting heads with him. Is a masterclass in character development. Just be prepared to crave a Big Mac by the end. And last but certainly not least, we have an isekai that proves you don't need swords, sorcery, or overpowered abilities to conquer another world. All you need is an unquenchable thirst for knowledge and a whole lot of determination. That's right, we're talking about. This anime is a breath of fresh air, in a genre often dominated by action and adventure. It's a heartwarming and inspiring story about the power of knowledge, the importance of literacy, and the lengths one girl will go to share her love of books with the world. Meet Mine, a book-loving college student who dies and is reincarnated into a world where books are a luxury only the wealthy can afford. Imagine her horror when she realizes that books, her one true love, are practically non-existent in this new world. But Mine is not one to give up easily. Armed with her encyclopedic knowledge of bookmaking and an unwavering determination to bring the joy of reading to the masses, she sets out to create her own books, no matter the cost. What follows is a charming and surprisingly educational journey as Mine navigates the challenges of this new world, learning about its culture, its social structures, and the difficulties of producing books in a time before printing presses. But it's more than just a love letter to literature. It's a story about overcoming adversity, challenging the status quo, and the transformative power of education. Mine's passion for books is infectious. Her unwavering belief in the importance of knowledge, inspiring those around her to strive for a better future. So, if you're looking for an isekai that's both heartwarming and thought-provoking, with a protagonist you can't help but admire, then is the anime for you. Just be prepared to add a few more books to your to-read list. And there you have it. Our top 10 isekai anime, from trapped gamers to reincarnated slimes, from world domination to the simple joy of reading. These animes showcase the incredible diversity and endless possibilities of the isekai genre. Did your favorite make the list? Let us know in the comments below. What other isekai gems deserve a spot in the Hall of Fame? Share your thoughts, start a discussion, and let's geek out over all things isekai together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more anime content. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.